test, 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 test.
She was everything to us.
Feet. I hear it. It tastes like
Gura, my dog died. Let's go! I've lost gallons to you.
And then she disappeared.
Very large announcement yesterday.
Gura decided to leave Hololive.
Kind of gotten all of my tears out of the way.
Her leaving Hololive is a really, really big fucking deal.
But what if I tell you we can bring her back? What if she doesn't have to go? While everyone was grieving or reminiscing about the good times, I was busy cooking. Her smile didn't survive, so I taught the machine how to make a new one. And at some point, I realized I didn't just want to bring her back. I wanted to be her, to speak with her voice, move with her expressions, say the things she never got a chance to. Not everyone would call it healthy, but I call it progress.
This is how I clone Gura.
And whether it's a tribute or a mistake, you'll be the one to decide. I've been cloning her voice for over 4 years, with my first models dating back in late 2021. And with them, I created masterpieces on another channel like You Will Never Be a Real Fumo, Marissa Gets High, and Toe Girls Family Moments Chapter 1. Yes, they were shitposts, and yes, the voice quality was awful by today's standards.
You will never be a real FOMO. You have no tag. You have no gift badge. You have no butt tag. You are a Chinese knockoff twisted by cheek felt and thread into a crude mockery of gifts perfection.
But don't forget, this was years before 11 Labs RVC or even ChatGPT. There was no AI boom, no hype, just me, some janky collab notebooks, and a lot of free time. I even made a Gura clone AI girlfriend video back then that somehow went a little viral. My point is, this isn't a trend for me. This wasn't my first attempt. I'm a repeat offender. This is an obsession and I've got receipts to prove it. The old clones were fun, but they weren't really her.
You can either have a metal rod or external fixations, but you'll be very tired and in pain because you have to be awake for this operation. Okay.
So I figured, why not start fresh? With new tools, spare data, just a blank folder and, a burning passion. I believe I can cook something good. I had 2 jobs. Clone the voice, clone the model. Easy. First, the voice. I actually already have a bunch of voice clips in my archive from earlier attempts like years ago. Hours of archive streams, giggles, tangents, weird little noises. But I didn't want to use them. Instead, I did something unhinged. I thought it'd be interesting to use the audio from her final stream, the graduation. It's emotional, obviously. She's tearing up, everybody's losing it in chat, and I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, this will make great training data. So, I opened up Audacity and started slicing her speech into 5 to 30-second clips.
From the very bottom of my shark heart, thank you.
Realistically, I only got about 3 minutes of usable audio, which is not ideal, but I wanted to try it anyway, just for the novelty. Worst case, I can always go back to my older, more complete dataset. Now, the body. I need a square image, 512 by 512 pixels, with her face and shoulders aligned in a certain way. It's like a little mugshot. And then, I made a face mask. No, not a real one. Just a digital one that shows where her eyes, eyebrows, mouth, and jaw are. That's it. 2 images. The model and the face map. That's all it needs to start generating motion. So now I've got both datasets, her voice and her body, which means it's time to feed it to the AI and see what happens. For the voice, I used RVC, a model that takes in raw voice clips and learns the subtle stuff. Pitch, cadence, texture, emotion, all the small details that makes her sound like her. The training technically only takes a few hours, but to be honest, it took a few days. It's a constant back and forth of why does she sound like that? Followed by a tweak and then why does she sound worse now? Followed by even more tweaking. But eventually you will land on something that actually makes you pause, Something that sounds real enough that it triggers something primal in your brain. We'll come to the voice later, but right now let's talk about the part that actually made me mouth the body. I used a project called Talking Head Anime 4, which lets you animate a static image of a character. It's deceptively simple in paper. The other tools let you plug in a single PNG and start puppeteering the face with the sliders, but this one doesn't work that way. Instead of just using the image, you have to actually train the AI to understand how the face should move from just one picture. In summary, the older ones let you just put in a single image and it's done in like 10 seconds. The modern one, you need to put an image, some other stuff, and it's gonna take like a bunch of hours to actually do. So what it does is that it looks at a single anime image and figures out how her mouth should open, how her eyes should blink, how her head should tilt, how her body should move. And for that, I had to train the model from scratch. It took over 30 hours to get anything usable. I rented a server with a 4090 GPU for a massive investment of $20. And just watch it spit out cursed spaghetti monsters for the first few epochs. Major shout out to my Patreons. You're the reason why I was able to do this. You paid for this. You did this. You're enabling my tism. At the beginning, the model had no idea how a face worked. She looked like one of those Gmod SFMs, but slowly it started to figure things out. The results weren't perfect, but they were close enough. And considering this was all generated from one image, no layers, no bones, no logic grid, like how Live 2D does it, it's kind of impressive. Eventually, she moved like a real model. So all that was left was to wire her to my face and activate the voice. This is the part where I stopped being me. The face tracker's hooked up, voice changers live, one last check and...
Hey guys, do you guys miss me?
The moment I saw her blink when I blinked, her mouth moving in sync with mine, perfectly timed, perfectly mirrored, something clicked. I wasn't just watching her anymore. I was her. It's not perfect. There's some latency, the occasional audio spasm, and my accent still slips through. But it's close. Close enough to probably convince someone on a Discord call. Probably. And now that she's here, what am I supposed to do with her?
It's been a while. You guys miss me? So about the graduation thing, it was actually a troll. I'm not actually graduated. I'm not gone. I was just trolling, you know, funny trolly moments, funny prank. So yeah, I really hope that I didn't like surprise you guys. I hope you guys aren't like, you know, scared. So yeah, there's gonna be a stream. There's gonna be a stream. There's gonna be stream. This gonna be there's gonna be a stream. So don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. And yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you and stay shark. Yeah, wait.